Okay, we're going to go live. Okay. Madam Manager, would you call the meeting to order?
Good evening,
Madam Clerk, I'm sorry. It's been a long freaking day.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The mayor has called the meeting to order.
And Madam Clerk, I'm just going to start. I'm going to have Tony, if I could ask you, we have one member of the public who came, and he's asked that I officially ask him to leave because we have not yet reopened our meetings to the public. As I told him, I will be bringing a discussion item as to when we intend to reopen meetings to the public. But at this time, I would ask that he leave the chambers. What's that?
Open in the chambers.
Well, but I'm asking him to leave the chambers at this time.
For people here, you're not closing the meetings.
Oh, yeah, no, correct. Just closing the chambers. Correct. Well, I think it's a slippery slope. If I can have the attorney weigh in on this so that I'm not doing anything to violate anybody's civil liberties, civil rights, or any healthcare issues. Chad? Chad left the meeting. That's helpful. Yeah, hold on a second. Sir.
Okay, I think you guys can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, the village council made a determination several months ago that the village council is going to hold its meetings in a hybrid fashion, where a majority of four members of the
Chad, hold on. Tony Winton can't hear you. We need to set it up so he can hear the discussion.
I got it. I've got it. I just unplugged my. Tony, can you hear? Tony. No, you can. Tony. Can Pete put this on speaker? Why don't you do that while Chad is speaking?
Can you hear me? Okay. Can I speak or should I wait?
Go ahead, Chad.
Okay. The village council, after the governor lifted the order allowing for council meetings to be held without a physical quorum present, the village council adopted at that time a procedure that a hybrid meeting format would be used going forward, where a minimum of 4 council members will be permitted to come into the chambers, and we will have a quorum present, and everyone else, including village staff, the village attorney, the village manager, and the public would be appearing virtually through Zoom.
And we haven't lifted that, correct?
That's correct. It's within the council's prerogative if you would like to allow members of the public. I don't think that it was noticed for this meeting in that fashion, but it is within your prerogative that if the council would like to allow for members of the public to attend, you can. You can adopt your own parameters if you would like, depending on how many people you want in the chambers, if you want to have people rotate in and out. But that's something that the council would need to decide.
Okay, that's fine.
I have a question for Chad about that. No? Oh, I guess we can talk about it when we talk about it. I don't know about
Ignacio's
anyone else, but I
muted.
can't hear Mike.
What he asked was that, well,
Can we call the meeting to order to have the discussion? Sorry for the feedback. While Tony Winton is here. And
I mean, it's up to the council on how you want to handle it. I do think that once you open the door to one person, though, I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think that the council should. This meeting was advertised as a hybrid meeting,
correct.
and I think that we should continue it that way. I don't think that that's the right approach.
It's a process.
That would be part of the discussion that we need to have once we're in the meeting.
But for now, it's a hybrid meeting.
Mike, are you proposing that discussion for during council discussion? Because I think there's clearly a complex issue. We got to figure out how many people can come, and
it's a huge issue. That's my point.
Everyone, because I don't think Tony's the only person who is interested.
That's right. That's my point. That's exactly right. We can't pick and choose.
And to be clear, I mean, the notice for this meeting says on its face that members of the public may watch or call into the virtual meeting.
Right. It's not an open
and we
meeting.
gave instructions. So
my proposal is that we call the meeting, have this discussion, and do a vote as to whether or not we start allowing people to be here starting now.
I can't. It's not fair to everybody else. Well,
I understand, but he's here.
Well, then anybody could have been here. People send emails and did the,
Correct.
with all due respect to Tony, and I get what he's saying. We have to have a process. We have to follow the process. I mean, I like Tony. This isn't personal.
Gary Ignacio, you may, if you open this meeting right now and people decide they really want to come and they come to attend the meeting, and then you exceed the number of people, or we're not set up.
This is all part of the discussion that we need to have once the meeting is called. We're having this discussion before the meeting is called. I'll be happy to do it now, but I think we should call the meeting and have the discussion.
Go ahead, Ed, and then the Councilmember Laredo, and then we'll start a meeting. Go ahead, Ed.
Chad, the fact that he's the press would be observing for the greater community to publish what he sees or hears here and not participate. Does that put him in any kind of different classification than a regular citizen or resident?
no,
No?
I mean, no.
You said no?
I said no. He has every right to listen to video, to tape on, on Zoom if he wants.
Fine.
Fine.
That's okay. That was my question. You answered.
Mayor, as you know by now, I'm a stickler for process. And I like Tony and I sympathize that it's very important that we do this. But the fact of the matter is, as of this moment, we have a process that we agreed to. We can change it after today, but there may be other media people as well as public people. In fact, a couple of citizens who had problems with the issue of the vandalism and stuff wanted to come in person. I said, no. So when we set rules, we got to stick with them. And it's terrible that you're the example. But I support the mayor's rulings. I think he's, and you shouldn't be the bad guy alone. I mean, we should stand up for it. I mean,
you can call in. You can call in the hybrid meeting. I'm sorry, but I've got to follow the rules as we've established.
Wait, are we going to have a vote on this?
No, not now. There is the process that we have voted on already is in place. Until that process,
correct.
We have a hybrid meeting. So
correct, but that's why I keep saying we need to call the meeting so we can have a discussion and have a vote on it.
We can't have people in the chambers while we're having a meeting where the public is not allowed in the chambers.
That is a policy that we could created that we could uncreate right now.
I agree with you, but we can't until we get through the meeting, and I can't have an open.
Mayor, wanted to get you off this.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking.
Or just outside and you can be hurt. I'm just asking that we put it first on the agenda.
That's fine. Once we call a meeting, you can ask for that, and we can move with this. Sorry, Tony, but processes are processes, and we've got to follow them, or we're.
I need to do the roll call.
I know. I'm well aware of where we are in this whole thing. No, you're allowed. You just have to call in.
Mike.
All right. Call the roll, please.
Mayor Davey,
Here.
Councilmember Kaplan,
Here.
Councilmember Laredo,
Here.
Vice Mayor London. Here. Councilmember McCormick,
Here.
Councilmember Moss,